Okay, here's how to actually make money trading. If you've been trading for a while, you probably already know this cycle, but you make some money and then you lose it. Or you make money one week and then you lose it the next week. Or maybe you're just now experiencing this for the first time. This cycle may feel like it's never going to end. Like this is just an endless loop that you're going to be stuck in for all of your trading career. It doesn't have to be. I was stuck in that same exact cycle myself for years, not seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. And I know how discouraging and frustrating that moment in time is, but today I'm going to break it down for you guys. I'm not going to show you guys some brand new strategy that no one's used before or some magic, shiny new indicator. I'm sharing the real thing that turned it around for me. All right, you might hear a few sirens or some horns in the background. I'm currently in New York and we're just kind of hanging out in the hotel room. So the first step to breaking out of this cycle is simplicity. So, I mentioned before that it might be more simple than you think. Well, the first step is to simplify it, to break it down, to remove so much noise. So what I was doing at the beginning of my trading career was I was looking at every single chart that I possibly could. I traded Chipotle, I traded Facebook, I traded Amazon, I traded Priceline, Home Depot, Ford, Apple. I traded as many different charts as I possibly could. And alongside trading way too many charts, I also was hopping around time frames. I was trading the 5 minute, the 1 hour, the 3 minute, the 2 minute, just to see. And think of this like a science experiment. If you have too many variables, you're just not able to see what's happening or what's working or what needs to be changed or what needs to be modified because you've just got so many variables. You don't know if you make one tweak, if it was actually a combination of things. So just think of trading kind of like a science experiment where you have to just narrow down the variables. So keep it simple as possible. In addition to looking at too many charts and trading too many time frames, I was also trading way too many types of setups. I was doing the retest, the bounce, channels, breakouts. I was adding different confirmations. So you could imagine when you've got so many variables, it's just incredibly difficult to find progress or to find an edge or to see what's working. So when you start to add too much in, too many variables, too many types of setups, too many charts, too many time frames, you overcomplicate, or you have already overcomplicated the system. You probably hesitate, you probably micromanage, you probably overthink the setup, and then even worse, you start to see things that aren't really there, like a mirage. Like you're starting to see setups that maybe aren't even actually there. So when I stripped it all away, I got rid of all the different time frames, all the different setups, all the different markets. That's when I started to find the success, or actually find my edge, is stripping it away, simplifying as much as I possibly can. Because simplicity equals repeatability, and repeatability equals consistency. And consistency is the only way that you're going to be profitable when trading. And to help kind of give you guys a better idea of what that means, I butcher this quote every time, but it's a good one. And the point of it is just, it makes so much sense. And it's something along the lines, don't quote me on this, but it's something like, I'm not afraid of the man who's mastered 1,000 different punches. Or maybe he said kicks, something of that nature. I'm afraid of the man who has mastered one 1,000 times. And that's the same thing. If you can think about trading, you don't want to learn 1,000 different indicators or 1,000 different systems or 1,000 different strategies. You want to learn one and practice it 1,000 times. That's where you break out of that cycle. But what helps here is if your system is simple enough to repeat over and over again, that's where you can identify an edge. It's got to be simple enough to do it over and over and over again. Then it makes it so much easier to spot what's working and what's not. Now, maybe you're in a different scenario than I was, where I was just having an issue with too many charts, too many time frames, and too many setups. But maybe you're in an instance where you're trading way too many different strategies, or you're layering way too many indicators to where your chart may look like Star Wars or a laser show or a Christmas tree, if you will. Now I get it. I understand why you need so many different strategies, so many different indicators. It's a little bit of an ego boost. It makes you feel like what you're doing is so much harder than everyone thinks. It makes you feel so much smarter, but that's not where you're going to find the edge. So we got to figure out which one we care about. Do we care more about feeling smart and feeling like, yeah, I'm a hot shot, or more about actually making money in the markets? But complexity doesn't help. It's actually just making your life a lot harder and getting your journey to becoming profitable a lot farther away, a lot more out of reach. But what's ironic is the more complicated your system or the harder it is, it doesn't equal or result in profits. Go figure, the more simple your system is, the easier it is to make money in the markets. But for me, it's trendlines. This is a system that a lot of people overlook, maybe because it's simplicity, but it's the literal foundation the fundamentals, the basics of trading. It's repeatable, it's digestible, it's understandable, it's simple enough to be able to do over and over again. And that's why it's also great for people that don't know anything about trading. Especially when you're new, the last thing that you need is 10 different indicators, 10 different things flashing on your screen, some sort of algorithm that you don't even understand. That right there is the recipe for becoming overwhelmed and getting discouraged and not really making that progress that you wanted. But trendlines, I'd be getting so amped up about it because it's so easy. It's something that you can manually draw on your chart. You can see it very clearly. It's a very simple system. It's a very simple tool in the market. If you can draw a line on a chart and follow rules, you truly can trade this system. It's simple and it's profitable. And I mean, let's be honest here, that's all everyone cares about. So here's the takeaway. The first thing that you need to ask yourself to break out of that cycle of making money then losing it, this vicious cycle that everyone gets stuck in, is identifying where can I simplify. So when you can simplify, that's when you can start to repeat. And then when you can start to repeat, that's when you can start to be consistent. And when you can be consistent, that's when you actually start making money trading. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it resonated with you, drop a comment and let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.